Guys, Tomboy61, and today we have a little match in Ship Smasha, and of course we're using the all-new Warhammer 40k commander, Grotmaz Smart. These two are kind of paired together. If you don't know Grotmaz, his base trait kind of useless, and it kind of makes me not want to run him, period, because it's just throwing away what is a very powerful thing in this game, which is an inspiration, but it reduces damage taken when ramming and boosts your damage while ramming, which, I don't think it should be a base trait. It might be a skill if we had one, which we did recently until it got taken away, but that's a whole nother issue. Anyways, the thing you would want to use with him, though, is going to be his unique skill, and that's Bernie Daka. Bernie Daka boosts the fire chance of your shells, boosts the damage of the shells, but it does increase the damage taken to your destroyer. The other unique skill I'm running him, he's kind of like a Vine kind of counterpart where he has all the same skills, but instead of using the usual unstoppable, we are using Rather Be Torching, which is convenient because Rather Be Torching does decrease your HE damage by about 7%, and by having Grotmaz at level 2, you're boosting the damage by 7, so you get to kind of cancel out the negatives of Rather Be Torching and get an additional 2% fire chance. On top of that, the ship we're using, Ship Smasha, already has a boosted fire chance compared to the tech tree ship it's based on, the Jervis, which is all to say, it's time to burn down some fires. Anyways, we are kind of positioning ourselves in the middle point here. A very destroyer-filled game, which is exactly what we need. This version of Ship Smasha is kind of like a Jervis, but built to be a gunboat. And by that I mean it has a reduced reload time. Akatsuki is being popped up. We are being engaged off our port by another destroyer, but we can see that our friendly Akatsuki is now engaging whatever destroyer that is. We flip around and see that Akatsuki already dead. He's long gone. I think he took a torpedo to the nose, or it was just the quick firing guns of the kid. Anyways, we go out, throw some distraction torps at the kid, get our guns turned around. Once they're turned around, we start popping up on the radar, and that second torp looks like it's going to be good, touches him on the nose. That's 2 destroyers down from the enemy team. Gunaiza now pushing through B. Well, we're going to go ahead and lead. Ship Smasha does retain one of my favorite things about the British destroyers, and that's the ability to single fire the torps. You saw we let out 3 torps on the kid because that's what we thought we needed, held the other 2, and now we get to use those other 2 that we would not be able to do this damage otherwise, and we get to use them now on the Gunaiza now to get 2 very solid hits. We get a flood, but unfortunately he does end up repairing it. Anyways, we're now going to try and set a fire to get some damage over time. Back to the ship. Ship Smasha, a bit unique in the fact that, one, it does have a higher base fire chance than the tech tree Jervis, but it also has a higher fire rate at we have it down to 4% as opposed to the or 4 seconds as opposed to the Jervis's 5, which does make a difference. That's a 20% decrease in reload time, which is awesome. So we've taken care of those 2, and we've yet to capture C or B. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We see there's a Helena on the other side of this island right here, and we need to kind of keep away from him because he will absolutely delete us. One of the nice things that Ship Smasha does also have, compared to the Jervis, is it does have a heal. Now, in order to get the heal, it does give up its sonar, and that's something you will absolutely miss because that is one of the very nice facets of it. We are going to kind of hide in the smoke, kind of pull the hermit crab right here. The kid was laying out smoke, I believe, so this is some nice long-lasting American smoke that has only 18 seconds left, but it will be long enough for us to secure B or secure C, and then hope for us to move on to B. I don't know though, just because our detection is at 5.4 kilometers, and where that Helena is could be very dangerous for us if we try to push into B to cap it. Beyond that, Ship Smasher, I'm really enjoying the ship. I do have to give credit to Wargaming. Unlike the previous kind of Warhammer ships, where they didn't perform too too differently from the tech tree counterpart. These, or even like the ARP collaboration, these ships do seem to have some significant differences from the tech tree and do offer a change of playstyle, which I have to absolutely respect. Jervis is one of my favorite ships to play. Like tech tree destroyers, I do love the British destroyers, so having a unique little change to it, absolutely well worth it and absolutely fun to have. Helena gets deleted right there, thankfully, which clears our way to go ahead and push into B, get ourselves up on points. We are down on ships currently, but up on points, and if we can go ahead and secure this B cap, we will start getting a greater points delta compared to the other team. One last other like little difference between Ship Smasha and the Jervis is going to be the smokes. Of course, the Jervis does have the short-lasting British smokes. You get lots of charges of them. This one has longer American style, or just really longer every other style of ship smokes, which is, I understand why they're doing it. I just would really like a premium British destroyer that didn't have long smokes, because the short smokes are something that definitely are a part of the line, and they make those ships feel very nice, because you can do those hit and run tactics where you pop up, use the smoke like an octopus to kind of like disappear, or a squid. Both of those have use ink to disappear, right? I can't remember. Anyways, you can kind of puff up the smoke. It'll be a short-lasting smoke. Gives you the chance to disengage, get away, and pop up, do the same thing. And that's why I absolutely love the British ships, because they are very good for those hit-and-run tactics. But because we have the longer smokes here, we don't have that. You do really have to pick your moments to use the smoke, which does make sense, right? This is more of a gunboat style ship. At 4-second reload, it is a lot quicker on the Daka. Anyways, we have B and C right now. We are now going to go ahead and try to push into A, keep on extending that push. We can see the last destroyer is somewhere out here, and it's the Lightning. Now, technically that's our tier up counterpart, so we do need to be careful. He does have those shorter smokes, and more importantly, he does have a radar. So if we want to engage him, we do need to be very conscious of that, because that radar means he could absolutely smoke up, pop the radar, and spot us away. One of the nice things with the shorter range, though, Ship Smasha does have a pretty short range as well, is that you can kind of isolate ships like we did there. We took the kind of one or two shots we could at the Lightning, but because of our short range, neither of the battleships were in our range. So that means they didn't spot us, and if the Lightning had, we would have dropped spot immediately. One thing you do also have to kind of keep in mind, torpedoes on this ship, not very long range, only at 6 kilometers, which means you do have to get fairly close. Currently, the inspirations I'm running are Bay and Sims, just to kind of help with the concealment, but also boost the health, because we knew we were going to be brawling, and at tier 6, Sims definitely helps with getting that HP up. But we see we're within range of the 2 battleships. We think, oh, maybe they're going to try to keep pushing through. We do have, I think it's a Synop over there. Hopefully he's going to kind of get them to come on out, and we can go ahead and use our torpedoes and hopefully set some fires and do some damage over time. Nagato knows what's best for him and decides to stay behind that island, but King George keeps pushing on through. Let's see if we can get some torpedoes on him. He takes a massive hit from the Synop, and King George still turning his guns. Let's see if we can set ourselves afire, do some damage over time. Once again, that is one of the biggest benefits. Sadly, King George does go on, or the Synop goes into smoke, causing us to lose spot. We're like, okay, I can't tell if Synop is going to try to like hide in the smoke for the rest of this game, which is an interesting strategy. So we kind of poke our nose out. Thankfully, Zara ends up taking out their last kind of fleeing cruiser. So now it's only these 3 ships. Synop ends up pushing through the smoke with us, but at this point we're just going to go turn around, see that King George gets another huge hit. We're going to turn around and just kind of get ready for what we assume is going to be the Nagato. We still have a decent amount of health, but we do need to be on alert because, of course, that lightning is in the area. And now we can see that lightning is engaging the Synop. So we're going to go in, try to engage it. So the fact that he isn't spotted right now tells us that he is most likely in his own smoke. And as we know from talking earlier, lightning, not very long smoke, right? If he's going to have smoke, it's not going to last very long. We see Nagato right here popping up, way too long range on the torpedoes, but we can start a fire or two, but we want to hold on off. Unfortunately, we don't want to help the Synop too much, and Synop not in a great position, but we're going to do what we can. We're going to pop into our smoke, start firing at the Nagato, try to set a fire, and hop in our smoke to lose spot so we can hopefully get that damage over time on Nagato. But sadly, smoke disappears, but enemy lightning does pop up at the edge of our range. We can see he still has a good chunk of health. He's going to be distracted with the Synop, so it is time for us to bring him down. I think we have nearly the same fire rate. If not, we might have a little bit better of a fire rate, and that's definitely going to work to our advantage here. We see he's popping the smoke now, which tells us, you know, he is prepared to do that. Now we kind of have to play the waiting game. We're going to go ahead and fire in a couple of things, but we actually see he's fleeing from the smoke, and if he's going to do that, we don't really need to worry about him activating his sonar. I don't know if he has his sonar up or down, but if we can keep on the edge of this smoke and prevent him from getting behind it, we can do pretty well. Now, we're still up on points, and now comes the trouble because the Nagato is pushing out behind us, and that is keeping us spotted. So our only hope right now is one of two things. One, we need to stop firing, wait the 20 seconds, hope that that we're going to drop spot, and two, pray that the lightning doesn't have his sonar. 20 seconds are up. There we go. Smoke is dissipating. He's able to see us before we're able to see him. Might have something to do with our damage, but we get 2 solid hits right there. And our last one, of course, nice thing about the Jervis and the lightning is 2 guns on the front, 1 gun in the back. So it does behoove you to be charging with this ship. One other nice thing feature about these ships, 360-degree guns, which is nice. Now, we see Nagato not quite looking at us yet. We want to set that fire. We're hoping to just kind of tick him over time. Of course, there's only a little bit of time left in this round. Sadly, he does end up taking us out to the one little shell. We knew it was going to be close, but at this point, with only 2 minutes left, they don't really have enough points to win. And thankfully, our Zara knows that. He goes ahead, turns tail, and starts running, securing us the win as we win on points and timeout. So fun game overall. I think we end up doing like 36,000 XP, which is a really respectable game. But yeah, guys, if you liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. See ya.